Guys, so in this video I'm going to solve question 2 of ISC 2017 class 12 boards paper. So I have this question in front of me, and it was the question in the practical paper, and the question is right in front of me. So I'm going to go with my usual technique, that I'm going to give it a good reading and then make an outline of the code and start with the coding. So question 2 says the result of quiz competition is to be prepared as follows. The quiz has 5 questions with 4 multiple choices A, B, C, D, with each question carrying 1 mark for the correct answer. Okay. Design a program to accept the number of participants n such that n must be greater than 3 and less than 11. So n greater than 3 and n less than 11. That is the that is the boundary that has been set for the value of n, and each question will be of 1 mark each. So create a double dimensional array of size n into 5 to store the answers of each participant row wise. Okay, so there will be 5 questions. Is it given? It is given that it has 5 questions. Okay, so create a double dimensional array of size n into 5 to show the answer of each participant row wise. Calculate the marks of for each participant by matching the correct answer stored in a single dimensional array of size 5. Okay, so the 5 questions, and for the answers given by the participants you have to use a two-dimensional array, and for the answer key you have to use a single dimensional array. Display the scores of each participant and also the participants having the highest score. Okay, so if the value of n is equals to 4, then the array would be okay. Key to the question is this. Okay, so as I always tell you that you should try to match your input and output as close as possible to that given in the question. So the input says n is equals to 5, so we can probably prompt this, and then the user can input the number of participants. Okay, the next thing is reading these lines, which are the answers for each participant. So there are 2 ways to think about this. First, you can think is that participant 1 is prompted by the program, and this is the line read by the program, or you can think of this as one line which is read by the program. So I'll go the former way, where I'll prompt participant 1 and I'll expect the user to enter the answer key in one line like this, and as it is given there, array entry is a line for that is 1 entry per line. So these will be the answers for participant 1. Similarly, I'm going to prompt for participant 2, and these will be the answer keys for the participant 2, and similarly for the others. Then finally I'm going to prompt for the key which is going to be entered as a single dimensional array. So there was a doubt that I had with the input in my mind. You might not get it at all, and it will be very nice if you are very clear with this. So clear your doubts like I cleared mine, and if you're practicing this program, then you can probably ask this question to your school teacher, whether to go with this former part to prompt for participant 1 or to read the complete thing as one input, because your teachers will be better able to guide you. Okay, then output is pretty simple because you have scores in the first line, and then you have the scores of each participant in the following lines, and then you have the highest score for the participant. Highest score. Oh, so you have to show the participant number for the highest score, and we can go to example 2 to see. Okay, so there are multiple participants who have scored highest, so we need to print all of them. And also for n is equals to 12, we have to input, like if n is not in the boundary range given, we have to input size of out of range. So for me, the outline the question is pretty clear on what I need to do, and so by now you should be having an idea of what you have to code in mind. So n is equals to 5 will be prompted, and the number of participants will be entered. That is a simple task. Then you can check the boundary values of n and input size, and then you can print input size out of range if n is not satisfying those conditions. And then you have to read the values for the answers for each participant. So you have to prompt this and this, then read this as a line. You have to split the answers in this line and then match it against the answer key. So this is another task you have to do. So I know how I can do this, but I will just get on to reading this, then reading all these values, and then I will move on to calculating the scores. Okay, so class scores, what shall I name the class? class quiz class question 2 ISC 2017. Okay, public static void main string clearness with exception. Okay, so I will use import java.io.asterisk, and I use data input stream to read input from the user. You can use scanner or buffer reader or whatever you have been taught. Use input from the user data input stream dis equals new data stream dot in. Okay, first read the value of n. So I will prompt system.out.print n is equals to, and I will expect the user to enter the value of correctly in the correct data type, that is an integer. So int n is equals to integer dot parse int dis dot read line. Okay, so I have read the value of n. Check the validate the value of n. If not n greater than 3 and n less than 9, print invalid value of n, terminate the program. Okay, so all I did is create a data input stream object to read from the user. I have prompted for n is equals to, and then I have read the value of n, assuming that it's correct. It's entered in its correct format as an integer, and then it says, okay, I've taken a small n here, so that's an error. I need to change print invalid value of n. So it says that n must be greater than 3 and less than 11. N must be greater than 3 and less than 11 is the valid range. So if not is attached to it, it means it is not in the valid range, and the if condition will go true. So this condition will be true if n is out of our range, and the control will go into this if block. So I need to print invalid value of n. System.out.print ln. What does it say for the invalid input? Input size out of range. So I will write input size out of range. Okay, now I have to terminate the program. So you can use system.exit and pass 0 to this or any integer value in this. So this is more of totally terminating the program. I will just write return because this will return the control from this main method, and the return type of this main method is void. So simply a return is needed, and when the control is returned from this main, there is nothing more to be done. So the program will terminate. So I will just write a return to terminate the program. Okay, if the control comes, if the control skips this, if it means that the value of n is very valid. So create a to the array to show the answers of the participants. Okay, create a 2D array to store the answers of the participants. Okay, so n into 5 is the size of the array we need. So I will use a char array because I need to store single characters as answers, and my answer key will also be a single dimensional array of characters. So char n into participant answers is equals to new char n into 5. Okay, feed the values into the array. So as I told you, I will be prompting this participant 1, participant 2, and participant 3, and so on until the value of n, and I will expect the user to enter the values for each participant like this in one single line, as it says that array entries are line fed, that is one entry per line. So for int I is equals to 0, then n I plus plus prompt for the answers from this participant. Okay, system dot out dot print participant plus I plus 1 to print the ith part I plus 1th participant number, that is when I is equals to 0 it print out participant 1, and for I is equals to 1 it print out participant 2. Similarly for I is equals to n minus 1 it print out participant n. Simple. Participant n gives a space, and then I will read the line of input. So string answers is equals to dis dot read line. Now split the answers in this line and store it in the 2D array. Okay, so this one line will be input as the answer for all the 5 questions for participant 1, and I need to store them in the ith, that is the 0th entry of the 2D array. So I will use the dot split method of string, and it's a relatively very simple method. It will simply give me tokens, that it will get by using space as a delimiter. It means it will give me D, A, B, C, C in 5 different strings. So string tokens equals to answers dot split, and you need to pass the string that will contain all the delimiters you want to create tokens out of. So I just need one space as a delimiter. So okay, so I have all these 5 values in my tokens array as strings. So you can read more about the split method. This is the regular expression that is passed. So it is very high, it is highly unlikely that you people had covered split by this time, but you might know. So it's very good because it's a very useful, very handy method. And if not, then you'll have to go with that traditional method of starting from the most left position and keep collecting the characters as long as you don't find a space, and then when you find a space, get this answer out of that, out of those accumulated characters, then empty that temporary string in which you are storing the characters, start the process again, and so on. I've done a similar question like this, where I had to split this space separated values in a string and get tokens out of it. So okay, so I have all the answers in my tokens, so copy to the array, okay, for int I, for int j is equal to 0, j is less than 5, j plus plus participant answers of ith and jth is equals to tokens of j dot char at 0, and I will close this. And okay, first I will test out whatever I have written so far. So if I entered 5 values for the participants like this, so I should get a 2D array. I should get a 2D array like this. Okay, so let me try it out. So into the 2D array to test the code written so far. Sorry. Okay, so I will use a simple 2-dimensional loop for integer I plus plus, then for integer j is equal to 0, j is 5, j plus plus, and system dot out dot print participants of ij plus, I think I will have to use this. I didn't want to. So now, okay, so I will have to change a line here. Do I have println somewhere? Yes, I have. Okay, so let me compile Java C. It is ISC 2017 practice question 2.java. Let me see if there are any errors. Okay, no errors. Java ISC Java. What is the name of the class? I forgot. Question, yes. Question. So for prompting the value of n, I will say 5. Participant, I will say DABCC. DABCC. Then participant 2 is AADCB. AADCB. Participant 3 is BACDB. BACDB. Participant 4 is DADCB. DADCB. Participant 5 is BCADD. BCADD. And do I have the 2D array exactly created the way I want? DABCC, DABCC, AADCB, AADCB, BACDB, BACDB, DADBCB, DADCB, and BCADD. So my code to read the answers is correct, and I've not done any mistake in that, so it is reading very properly. So I can try with another value of n to check. So for n equals to 12 and invalid input size out of range. Is there a full stop after it? Yes, there is. So I will add that full stop as well, just to keep my output as close as possible to that given in the question. So okay, so my code is reading the 2D array very properly, and all I need to do is input the key, read the key now. Read the key. So char key, sorry, char answer key equals to new char 5. Okay. So do I have an okay, no extra string there. Okay, so read the line and split into tokens for string string keys is equals to, I'm naming it string keys because I have the answer key as strings into as a string array. So di.read line, so it should probably store it in complete string key equals to dis.read line, and then key dot split pass space value and string keys. Okay, this looks fine, and then I need to copy the key answer key to the char array. So for int j is equals 0, j is less than 5, new answer key of j is equals to string keys of j dot char 0. Okay, so I will print the key to check. Print the key. I guess the key will be correct. So I don't think I'm doing any mistake here. So answer of key j, which is this 0 to 5, string keys of j is equals to cat string keys of j. Okay, check. So I'm pretty confident that my key is being input correctly, so I won't be checking it out. So I'm here on to question 3. So okay, now all I need to do is calculate the scores and then find the participant with the highest scores. Okay. Oh, I did not prompt for a key. So system dot out dot print key. Okay, now I have to output calculate the scores. Well, I have to use this 2D array. So I will have to use another array to store the scores. Okay, int scores is equals to new int number of participants, and they will all take a default value of 0. So if I find a correct value, I will increment the ith score by 1. So for each of these participants, I will go through all their answers and then match them against the answer. So if participant answers of ij is equals to answer key of j, then increment the score, which is scores of I plus plus, and I have my scores calculated now. Now I need to store the maximum score. Okay, so int max score is equals to scores of 0, considering the first participant to have obtained the maximum score, which will be updated. Update the maximum score. So for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, update if score of I is greater than max score, then max score is equals to scores of I. Okay, so I have typed a lot and I have not compiled it. I am pretty confident that I am doing it right. So I have max scores of 0 at 0 less than n, scores are greater than I. So I can have I1 is here, it doesn't matter. Max scores of I, print scores of each system dot print ln, it says scores. So and then participant 1, participant 2, participant. So I will use this loop, not have to retype it again. System dot out participant I, then print the score. System dot out dot print ln scores of I. Okay, so I've printed this. Then I have printed all these scores, and then I need to print the highest score. System dot out dot print ln highest score. So again, now if you see for people having in the case where there are multiple participants with the highest score, so the second participant is right under the first, so it will take one more step if you want to do this, or you can directly do this highest score and then participant 1 here and participant 2 here. I'll show you how. So highest score is, I'm going to, it's not print ln, it is just print and colon, and print all the participants with the max score. So int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, the counter. So now I've taken the counter. So I will not use a counter at first, but I'll use it later. System. So if matching the max score, print. So if max score is equals to scores of I, then system dot out dot print ln participant plus I plus 1. Okay, so I think I'm done with my code. Let me compile it. Cannot find symbol scores of I, so yes, here compile again. Okay, so I will compile this. N is equals to 5. I will take D. Okay, now I have to enter the key as ACDBB. ACDBB. So 013 03121. Sorry, 03121. So it is 03. Oh, okay, this is the first case. Sorry. So 03121. Okay, my output is not correct. There's something wrong. Okay. So participant 1 is 0, participant 2 is 3, participant 3 is 1, participant 4 is 1, 4 is 2, and participant 5 is 1. So participant 1 is first is wrong, second is wrong, third is wrong, fourth is wrong, fifth is wrong. Okay, first is correct, second is wrong, second is correct, third is wrong. Oh, the order I have entered is wrong, I guess. So I'll have to compile again. For n equals to 5, I've entered the key wrongly, so that's the problem. Okay, so I will enter again. The key is BCDA. BCDAA, and I have 01112, which is 01112, and high score is participant 5, and my output is correct. Okay, so I need to write equal to after this and then print the second participant in the second line. So these two changes I'll make. Participant I is equals to, okay, compile again. So I'm using the up and down arrow keys, so sorry, the up arrow keys, to go to the last input that I made. So using a down arrow key, I get to the next BCDAA. So it is scores participant 0 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 2 5 2, and highest score is participant 5, and my output is correct. I need to check for the other one, which is the second example, which is n is equals to 4 and ACCBD ACCBD, then it is BCAAC 3 is BCBAA CCDDB, and the key is ACDBB, and I have 13113, which is exactly the way it is, and highest score is participant and participant 4. So as I told you, I did not use the counter, so participant 4 is not under participant 1, and now I will use the counter to get this participant 4 right under participant 1. So it's very simple. So the idea is, if the counter is 0, you have to print the participant 1 here, the first participant here, that is when the counter is 0, and when the counter has exceeded 0, it means when the first participant is printed here, you have to print the next participant, not on the starting of the first line, but it has to be right under the previous participant name. So if I will increment the counter here, so I have to match the score first. So if max score is equals to score, this goes inside the braces because there are multiple lines under this. If now increment the counter plus, so if counter is equal to 0, that is for the first value, you simply do the system.out.println, else system.out.println, you have to skip these many spaces. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 16 plus participant plus I plus 1. Okay, now I'll check my output. Java C, Java. So value 4 was my last. Oh, I took an extra space. So as you can see, my output is very close to the sample output. So I have had n is equals to 4, and then participant 1 answers, 2 answers, 3 answers, 4 answers, key, and then I have output the scores. Participant 1 equals to 3 1 1 3, exactly the way it is given in the question, and high score is participant 1. What I'll do is just reduce this space one bit, and I will have the exact same output. So as I told you, I'm using the up arrow keys to go to the last command, and then I press the down arrow key once, down again, down again, down again, and down again. That's why you don't have to tap the input again and again. So as you can see, my output here is exactly same to the sample output here, and I'll just do once and use stream and input size out of range. So this was the solution to the question 2 of 2017 ISC board practical. I won't say it's a simple solution, but it's a tricky one. You need to keep a few small things in mind to get the right output. I hope this was helpful. So please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more such videos. Thank you.